Scene 1. The Conqueror's Coronation. On Christmas Day, 1066, William, Duke of Normandy, was crowned King of England in Westminster Abbey. But the cheers of his new subjects were misunderstood by his nervous Norman guards outside, who, mistaking the celebratory shouts for a rebellion, set fire to the surrounding Anglo-Saxon homes. It was a coronation literally forged in fire and fear, a stark prophecy of the changes to come. The Great Rebuilding, Castles of Control. The Anglo-Saxons had built with wood, the Normans would build with stone. To crush any dissent and cement his rule, William embarked on an unprecedented building spree. Across the conquered land, a new kind of structure began to rise: massive stone castles, symbols of Norman power and control. None was more imposing than the White Tower, the central keep of what would become the Tower of London. Its formidable walls, brought stone by arduous stone from afar, were designed to be impregnable, a permanent declaration that England now belonged to its new masters. Scene 3. The Doomsday Book, A Kingdom Inventoried, 1086. A humble Anglo-Saxon farmer standing nervously before a stern Norman official who was meticulously writing details into a large. 20 years after the conquest, William sought to understand every inch of his new kingdom. He ordered a monumental survey, sending his officials to every village, hamlet, and farm. They counted every person, every animal, every plow, and every acre of land. The result was the Doomsday Book, so named because its judgments were as final as those of Doomsday itself. For the first time, England was not just a collection of lands, but a meticulously inventoried possession, its every resource documented and taxed by the king. Scene 4. The Feudal System and the Rise of the Knight. A dynamic scene of heavy Norman cavalry, knights in full chainmail on powerful horses, charging across a field, lances lowered. With the land came a new social order, the feudal system. The king owned everything, granting vast estates to his loyal barons in exchange for their military service. These barons, in turn, commanded the formidable Norman knights. The old Anglo-Saxon shield wall gave way to the terrifying power of the heavy cavalry, men encased in chainmail, mounted on specially bred horses, wielding lances and swords. This new warrior elite would dominate European battlefields for centuries, fundamentally changing the nature of warfare in England. Scene 5. A New Language, the Fusion of Tongues. On one side, Norman lords and ladies in a grand hall speaking French. On the other, English peasants in a village speaking Old English. Culture, too, underwent a profound transformation. In the castles, in the courts, and among the ruling elite, the language was French. But in the fields, in the markets, among the common people, the Old English tongue persisted. Over generations, these two languages began to intertwine, a linguistic tapestry that would eventually give birth to modern English. The peasant's cow and pig became the lord's beef and pork when served at table, a delicious testament to the merging of two worlds. Scene 6. The Anarchy, when Christ and his saints slept. Yet, even Norman rule was not without its trials. After William's direct line faltered, England plunged into the Anarchy, a brutal civil war between his grandchildren, Stephen and Matilda. For nearly 2 decades, the land was torn apart by countless minor conflicts. Chroniclers wrote that Christ and his saints slept, as lawlessness reigned and everyday life became a struggle for survival. This period of intense suffering highlighted the fragility of even the most powerful dynasties.